Hey everybody! Welcome back. Sorry there was no video on Friday. I didn't have any time on Thursday to record or anything like that. So, yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, for our next game, we're going to take a break from Uncharted. We'll get back to that later. We're going to go to another PlayStation classic. This is inFamous, as it says at the bottom. This is a really fun game, perfect for summer. Superheroes. Comic book movies. So, welcome to Empire City. This is the main menu of the game. We're gonna press the start button, and, we blew up the city with the start button. Well, yeah, this game ramps it up right from the beginning. That is a big ball of energy. It flung a bus at what I can only assume was a helicopter. Fun stuff.
Activation plus 6 minutes. Pulse is 45. Respiration 10. Looking good, Cole.
So this game follows this guy, Cole McGrath. He was a bike courier in Empire City until this moment. Somehow, we were at Ground Zero and we survived. Holy shit, the city is fucked.
There's someone alive down there. Hey,
Hi.
wave up if you can hear me. If you can walk, get out of there. Head for the bridge.
Okay.
Hey, you! In the garage! Get the hell out of there! Whole thing is coming down!
Well,
Come on, Cole.
go.
Move.
So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, I don't understand why Cole's shoes make those weird noises when he runs. It's the only thing about this game that convinces me. This game is really fun.
Cole! Cole, man, you there?
I like that our cell phone also survived this explosion.
Zeke.
What's going on, buddy?
What's going on? I think there was an explosion.
No shit, there was an explosion. TV says terrorists are blowing stuff up all over the city. Meet me
You
at
look
the
less
Fremont
injured
Bridge.
and more like some sort of feral zombie vampire thing.
I'll see you there.
Okay. That was unexpected.
What the hell? Should be dead.
That's one way of looking at it.
Oh, man.
Ow. Okay. There goes my way out of here. Maybe there's something else I can do. I'm not around. Oh. This. Nope. I legitimately don't remember what to do. Hey, oh, a pipe. Man, Cole has really good balance for a guy who should be dead. Oh boy. Getting zappy zappy. Okay, that was good.
What's happening to me?
If you're able to walk, please evacuate across the bridge to the Neon. Remain calm.
Alright.
Emergency personnel on
You
route.
don't have to argue with me. I'm getting over that bridge.
Over here, man! We gotta go!
No! No!
It's the terrorists! Run for the bridge, Cole!
I don't terrorists can control lightning? What? Zeke. Wait for me, buddy.
Move your ass, Cole! This whole bridge is coming down!
So yeah, that was the intro to our game. Explosion. We survived. We made it over. Lots of crazy shit happening, though.
While sliding into unconsciousness, I could somehow, I don't know, hear the voices of the dying.
Oh boy,
Thousands
that's
crushed by falling buildings or burned alive in the fires. Trish lost her sister. Almost lost me.
Trish is
Zeke
our
was
girlfriend.
always there. Somehow
She's our
sure
best
that I'd
friend.
wake up while outside the city fell apart. A plague struck, followed by rioting, theft, rapes, civilization committing suicide. In a bullshit attempt to contain the biological threat, the federal government locked down all access
Yeah, that sounds
in and
like
out of
what
the
the
city.
federal government
And we're
would do.
stuck in this cage of psychos. Cops are all but gone off the streets, either dead or too chicken shit to stand against the gangs that control things now. Outside, things were bad. But inside me, something was beginning. Scary as hell at first. You gotta understand, there was no one to talk to, no experts to consult. But with time, I'm learning to control it, master it. Just hope it's not too late.
So yeah, we got superpowers. Cool, in case you somehow missed this game, or never knew anything about it, Cole has electricity-based superpowers. We are stuck in Empire City, which is under quarantine. It is now day 14. I remember this game came out around the same time as the first prototype game. And it was like, what kind of hero do you want to play as? In this game, you can play as a hero, or you can be more of a selfish prick.
Putting on a freak show?
Sure. Glad it's good for something.
We'll be
Probably
playing
need to
hero.
charge 'em all. TV's a hog.
And then prototype, it was like, you can choose between playing as an asshole or a really murderous asshole. So yes, we can shoot electricity out of our hands. And we'll get a variety of other electricity-based superpowers
Nice job,
as time
man.
goes on.
Boob tubes are working.
Weird. It feels like I got more power.
Yeah? And try frying those dummies over there. With all the nutballs running around, it'd be nice to see how much juice you're packing.
Focusing energy.
Yeah, lay into
Bang.
it, man. Fry those suckers.
We can also switch which hand we shoot from. Kind of like most third-person shooters where you can choose which shoulder you aim over. Except this one is a little bit more just shooting electricity out of your fingertips. How many of these damn things do I have to shoot? I guess all of them. Fuck yeah. I actually don't know what electricity would do to a plastic mannequin.
Whoa! You see that? Flying so low, thought it was gonna crash into us.
Huh.
Hey, it's a TV jacker. I love this guy.
Just got word that the Feds dropped some elite
So this guy's a real
packages into
McCaskill.
Archer Square.
I don't know why they didn't
The
give him
liars
subtitles.
go to the corporate media tell us that we're gonna get our fair share, that more is coming. Yeah, that's easy for them to say. They're not the ones living in this hellhole. And the truth is that we've been abandoned, and no one's coming to save us. So head over to Archer Square and get that food before the Reapers show up. Voice of survival out.
Told you they drop food.
Man, you must be out of your mind. You think any of those pencil necks gives a crap about us? This is a PR stunt.
That isn't gonna stop you from pigging out, though, is it?
Hell no, it ain't. Zeke's gotta eat.
You take the stairs. I'm using the express elevator.
Man, get to have all the fun.
So one of the things with our superpowers is that we can survive. Like our body is physically
That's what
stronger.
I'm talking about.
We can take more damage than
Oh,
normal
that was
people.
one hell of a jump,
So like we
man.
can jump off buildings
Wish
without
I could
taking
do something like
a
that.
whole bunch of damage.
Running down all those stairs.
That's not to say there isn't fall damage, because there is.
Hey, Cole.
There's no
before
health
we head
bar.
over
It's,
to Archer,
again, like
I
a
need to
shooter
pick up
in
a
that
new
you're...
six-shooter.
It just kind of grays out. Or does it become
That
bloody? I
was
don't remember. I think it does both.
The second you touch it, the electricity in your hands cooks off the gunpowder, and the whole thing
Also, we
goes
can't hold
kabam!
guns because our
Look on your face
body
is
is
priceless.
always channeling the
blew
electrical
my
current
hand
within us.
Which is why you
So,
won't be touching the new one.
Literally, if we
Traded
touch a
this
gun, it
guy one of my
explodes
homemade
because we cook
batteries
off the
for it.
gunpowder.
The ones that explode.
We also can't drive cars.
Hell, he doesn't know that. Come on. Told
Bit
me
of a
he was gonna
downside,
leave the
but
gun in the
I
parking
mean,
lot a few blocks
Cole
from
doesn't
here.
really need cars. He
Hey,
was an
Cole,
urban
You know
explorer
what I miss?
as a hobby, so he knows how to like parkour and shit.
Big sloppy slice, dripping with grease and pepperoni, and payday. Having a big fat wad.
What did you do before the blast,
I'd
Zeke?
settle
I
for
don't think
some
it's ever
hot
explained.
water.
Hey, remember that time we were coming home from Duffy's, and I had to take a leak, and that bike cop was yelling at me to put up my hands?
You pissed all over him.
Hey, he told me
Great
to put
story,
up my
Zeke.
hands.
Great story.
While he's fumbling around, I jump back in and we take off. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Well,
Until we run into a wall of cops.
Like I said, awesome. Bummer we won't be able to do anything like that again.
Yeah, not unless some genius invents a car that doesn't explode when I sit in it.
Ah, come on.
once again, our
He told me
electricity
he was gonna
cooks
leave
off
it
the
under a
gasoline
car.
in the car.
I figured there'd be only one. We'll never find it.
Stand back. I got an idea.
So this is one of our first powers. Phew.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Hellacious! Hell, I didn't know you could do something
We
like
can
that.
basically create a magnetic pulse
Me
field
neither.
that,
There was this surge.
Hey, man, you don't look so hot.
Trained all of a sudden. Hang on a sec.
hi. So, draining things regenerates obviously our
Man,
electrical
you're a
power,
walking
which is
battery.
represented by the bar
You
at the
must have
top
to recharge whenever you
of the
fire
zippity
off a bunch of
zaps.
juice.
Going
I can feel the electricity
across the screen at the
surging
top
through
left.
me. Almost
The
like I'm being healed by it.
what looks like a meter around that is our
Oh, this
karmic
rock's
level.
so hard.
Karma determines
Come on,
whether
let's
you're a
all
hero
tail
or
over
a
Archer
villain,
Square before
with
someone
heroes and
takes all the
villains
brewskis.
Cole, you there?
getting different
Hey, babe.
ability. Well,
You hear they
they get the
dropped
same
the phone?
abilities, but they get different
Yeah,
variations of the
Zeke and me are
ability.
heading over there.
Where like
How are you
villain
feeling?
powers are more destructive
All right, I
versus
guess.
hero powers, which are
Powers are all over
more
the place.
contained, so you
Used to
don't
be I
cause
could
as
barely
much of
power
a.
light bulb. Now I'm jumping off
splash
of buildings,
damage.
frying the junk on Zeke's
There's not as
roof.
many.
You jumped off a building. What were you
How do I-
thinking?
what the fuck am I looking for?
Relax. I'm fine.
People caught in a
Just take it
crossfire.
easy. After what happened to Amy, I couldn't.
Yeah,
See you guys at Archer Square. I love you.
you too.
Alright. So we're currently heading over to this place over here. It's called Archer Square. This is basically based off New York City. I don't really know what the landmarks correspond to because I haven't really been to New York City a whole lot. Once in my life. But basically the government dropped off
Boy, it's
supplies.
stuck up there.
And now they're stuck
I
way
hate
the
to
fuck
say
up
it,
there.
pal, but hey, you're the only guy here who lived from a fall like that. You gotta climb up there and knock that stuff free.
So, up we go. So yes, as I mentioned, Cole is an urban explorer, so we can climb up shit. Like it's fucking nothing. Okay. I also still can't explain the shoe thing. It's really the most annoying thing about this game. The only annoying thing, really. So we can blast that.
We
And
are-
yeah! We set the food free. But
Damn.
there's always a but.
Too late. That's when I caught my first sight. The Reapers.
So these guys are villains.
Before the blast, they were just a bunch of junkies dealing drugs. Now, they own the Neon District.
So they've basically taken over what they call the Neon District.
Taking whatever
So,
they want.
as soon as we get back, I'll
No
show you
changes today.
what's going on. So we're gonna fight them with our electricity-based powers. So this is the Neon District. The game is split up between these 3 islands. And we're currently on the one known as the Neon District. Prepare to get fucked! Alright, time to go fight. Haha.
Dang, those freaks are brutal.
Not as brutal as a dude who can fucking shoot lightning out of his hands. Get up in the air, bitch.
Well, there's more on the way.
So now that I've shown off, as you can see, using some of... Oh, so this is a puddle. If we stand in here and people walk in, because we're constantly shooting off little bolts of electricity from our bodies, people will die if they step into there.
A lot of food here. Enough to feed the 3 of us for weeks.
So this is our first karmic decision.
If I fry a couple people
We can
in the
either
crowd,
fry a
the rest
couple
will
people,
run
scare
away.
them away so we get more of the
The
food,
will
or
be
just
all ours. Some of
let
these guys
people
might
go
starve.
and have it. If you fry people, you'll become slightly more infamous. If you let them go, you become more heroic. So I'm going to let them go because we're heroes. Look at us.
I got one open. Let's eat.
So there we go. Our good reputation. The ending of the game changes slightly, and like certain points in the game change slightly depending on whether you're a heroic or infamous. So that's how the karmic state works.
Hey, Trish.
Oh, I'm so glad you got the food down. These poor people are starving.
Like Trish
Just
here
doing what I
would be
can.
more upset with us.
Someone had to help them.
Those
If we
idiots
didn't
dropped us
help
canned
them.
prunes. Now who the hell want to eat this crap?
Take a look at
Yo.
this Empire City. The footage you're seeing was taken by a security camera near
Hey,
Ground
Cole!
Zero.
You're up on the big screen.
Our city are live.
So remember how we said we were a package courier and that we were at Ground Zero?
If you know anything
Well,
about this guy, let me know. Because we're gonna get the word out on this terrorist. Whoever he is, we're gonna make him pay.
yeah. We were carrying the
Called
bomb.
a terrorist. All I remember from that day is going to work and then running for my life. That video, though. How'd I get that package? Why would
Things
I
happen.
deliver a bomb? For who?
We were the ones
Regardless,
carrying the
The
bomb.
consequences are everywhere. Whatever there'd been between Trish and me was gone. She didn't say a word. No emotion, nothing, just walked away.
Does she really think we do
By
that
then, people
on
nearby
purpose,
were
though?
starting to recognize me. It was gonna get ugly. Even Zeke was giving me weird looks. He and I made quick plans to meet up at Stampton Bridge. Try to get out of town. Just hope he shows. Because right now, I'm a little short on friends.
That's one way of putting it again, Cole. Okay. Yay! We didn't perform any stunts. So stunts are special combo moves, basically, using your, oh no! I don't want to play on hard. I am a normal man. Thank you, game. So, here, this is an interesting thing about this game opposed to all the other games. So you see the sign? You can actually create your own energy points. It's kind of a cheap little trick I learned a long ass time ago. Well, the first time I played. Oh my god, someone's shooting at me. Who's shooting?
Listen, man.
No shoot, please.
I'm almost to the bridge. Since everyone here hates your guts, we gotta get out of town. Pronto-like.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, probably
Zeke.
for the best.
Thanks for watching my back.
Sure, man. I ain't about to do anything that might piss you off. See ya.
Fuck, we have to go the other way. Huh. So yes, we can parkour our way across the fucking city. Also, there's enemies just kind of chilling almost everywhere you'd want to go. But this game offers side missions, which I'll actually be doing in this playthrough, that upon completion of all of them in a district, like once I complete all of the Neon District side missions, it actually wipes out the enemies on the map. Basically, the side missions have you taking back control of the city, so that by the end of the game, if you've done them all, there's no enemies left, except for mission-specific ones. So that's kind of neat. It's almost like a superhero gang war type thing, except we're the only one on our team. Well, we have Zeke, but he doesn't actually do anything. He just provides us information and comedic relief. Man, fucking Empire City went to shit real quick. Nice. The escape.
Stampton Bridge. The fastest way out of town. That is, if you can get us past those baton-wielding goons.
We're getting out of here, one way or another. Follow my lead.
Let's do this. Oh, so there is one thing. You cannot swim in this game, because if you remember, we're constantly generating electricity from our body. So if we swim, like, we can step in puddles, and that's fine, but if we get into, like, fully submerged water, we electrocute
We'll have to get past
ourselves.
those riot cops if we want out of here. I fry a couple of the guards from inside the crowd, but I can trigger a riot. Help keep the heat off Zeke and me.
So here's another
Of course,
karmic
that means
event.
a lot of innocent people will get the hell kicked out of them.
So if we can basically manipulate this crowd of people into rioting, or we can just run ahead and fucking zippity zap people. So shooting people, much like most shooters, in the head is an automatic kill. Fuck you. There we go, I unlocked the stunt finally. Good work, Zeke. So this gate we can force open by charging it up. So these guys have guns. Also now all the civilians are following us as we try to fight our way out. Back the fuck up! Set up! You know, the juice. Come here, you. Aha! I also love that when you take down enemies, they just kind of lay on the ground like... Can I thread the needle here? Damn straight I can. So I'm playing as a herb hero, so I'm trying really hard not to shoot civilians with my electric blasts, because that does lower your karma. Not a whole lot, but it's still enough. So yeah, this is another thing, kind of like Uncharted. We can actually hang off shit and shoot people.
Strict quarantine. Indiscriminate lethal force will be used against all unauthorized personnel. This is your final warning.
Ow. Excuse me, sir. Get their health back. Where am I getting shot from? There's a guy over there. I think I can melee people. I can. Nice. Melee becomes better in the second game. It's one of the few things on the second game of this. Actually, each game in the series got worse. Stop. So there we go. I brought myself back to health. Just feeding off of the electricity I shot out. One of the things I actually kind of didn't like about the second game is that your regular electric blasts, just these, actually take energy, little bits of energy, so it no longer becomes efficient to do that anymore.
It's our ticket out of here.
Holy fuck, that's a lot of machine guns.
The gate opened to a wall of razor wire machine guns.
Honestly, do we really think it would be that easy?
For it. Smashed in the gate to the decontamination unit and fell headlong into the harbor. And I moved faster than I knew I could. I was greeted by name. This FBI agent, Moya, had seen the footage of me at Ground Zero and came here to wait, figuring I'd try to escape, knowing I'd have powers. She explained that before the blast, her husband John had been assigned to infiltrate the First Sons, a shadowy group working on a project they called the Ray Sphere, a device designed to drain the neuroelectric energy from a group of people and concentrate it into an individual. She'd lost contact with John.
So the bomb we were carrying,
despite all her connections, Moya was losing hope. Yet she'd found me, somehow believing I could be trusted, ready to make me an offer. I go back to the city, find John in the Ray Sphere, and she'll get me out of the quarantine and clear my name. This whole Ray Sphere thing sounds crazy to me. Suddenly I'm a human light socket, so maybe I should cut her some slack.
So yes, we must now find John in this Ray Sphere in order to make our way, in order to get her to help us.
This is the only way back into the city. Given the state of our new partnership, I've taken the liberty of cloning your phone's frequency. I've got a lock on your GPS locator, and I can hear every word you say.
That's super.
Yay. I want to know what the fuck these little poles I'm hanging on are actually used for. Oh shit, I missed. That's death. Huh. So now our quest really begins. You didn't really think we'd make it out of Empire City, did you? I hope not, because I did say at the very beginning that this game takes place in Empire City. It'd be weird if we left it almost immediately after starting the game. Look, there's Reapers down there. And I've already pissed them off. Let's see if I can hit them from here. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Damn. Huh. So this game is made by Sucker Punch, who you may know as the creators of Ratchet and Clank. Aha! Come here. Come here, you little bitch. Fuck you. Aha! Huh. So, I mentioned it's kind of funny that they just kind of lay there on the ground. There's a reason for that, we'll find out later. Ooh, blast shards are highly charged pieces of the Earth that were scattered when the Ray Sphere detonated. Collect them to earn battery cores, which increase your ability to store electricity. Basically, it gives us more power. So if we collect 4 more, we can get... Ooh, shit, don't want to get in that. Our little meter at the top will grow longer. One point longer.
Pressure has dropped in the main running under the bridge. What's going on down there?
Some shit.
Reapers were busting up some pipes.
Interesting. I'll see what I can find out. You worried about getting back into the city?
Yeah. Gotta do your bidding. Huh. So the government kind of already knew about the Ray Sphere and knew what it was capable of, yet they sent one guy to try and get it. Also, that definitely means that people in the government know exactly what's happening in Empire City right now.
Don't forget who's holding your leash, Cole. You find John and the Ray Sphere, and I get you out of there. No questions asked. But you double-cross me or do something stupid,
shit.
And I'm...
Don't forget who holds your... Oh, no. I'm boned. I forgot I had to zap those things. Honestly, I love this game. 2's good. It's not as good as this one, unfortunately. Second Son, the third game in the series, was real bad. It was not a good follow-up game. And a lot of it, honestly, so this game takes place in Empire City. The second game takes place in a place called New Marais, which is based off of New Orleans.
You find John and the ring sphere, and I get you out of there. No questions
So,
asked.
for whatever reason, they decided First Light would just take place in Seattle. And I'm just like, why suddenly switch to making it take place in an actual city?
Yeah, I got it.
It baffled me that that's what they decided to do with the third game. And then the main character of the third game is really not good. Spoiler alert, the third game does not continue the whole story. They decided to focus it on a new hero.
Oh, man, it's good to see you.
I mean, I'll probably play it eventually, just don't expect me to like it again. So, we got 2 new stunts, Enviro Takedown and Blast and Bolt.
Yeah, nice work on that gate, Wrecking Ball.
Hell, live through the fall, no problem. But, getting back to shore? Well, let's just say I'm no Michael Phelps.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Hey, take it easy, Lightning Rod. So, how the hell'd you live through that, man? Bullets flying everywhere, all over the place? Figured you were a goner.
Let's head home. I'll fill you in on the way.
Zeke Howeiser, any man can handle adversity. If you truly want to test a man's character, give him power. Abraham Lincoln. I also love this game's
And it
loading screens
drains
always have
neuroelectric energy.
random ass
Oh, I knew it!
historical quotes about power.
Saying, every word is true. Government's in cahoots with a secret organization, the Ray Sphere. Damn, it all makes sense now.
Except for how
Calm
I
down.
got it.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
That Ray Sphere must dish out powers to anyone controlling it. You gotta bring it back here.
Sure. I could use a sidekick.
Ah, hell with that. Zeke Jedediah Dunbar is his own man.
Your middle name is Jedediah?
Yes, it is. After my grandfather. Strong man for a man his size. I don't know where Zeke comes from, but I'm certain...
You need to take a nap and a bath. I got things to do.
So yeah, here we are. Fuck, my controller turned off.
I've already got a couple of leads
Okay,
for
apparently
you.
I turned my
The
controller
coordinates have been uploaded into your phone. Give me a call when you're in position.
You receive XP for completing missions, performing stunts, and engaging in combat. You then use XP to upgrade your powers. So yes, so we can upgrade our basic bitch Lightning Bolt. So here you can see the difference between them. So Righteous Blow restores a moderate amount of energy each time you successfully hit an enemy. Or Sadistic Blow. Defeated enemies have a chance of triggering an electric explosion before dying. So like, the evil side here makes it so that enemies just kind of explode, which could hurt innocent civilians if you're... Because, like I said, we are in a city. So if you're detonating explosive electricity explosions, you might hit civilians. Whereas this one just continues to charge you up. Shockwave, reverse magnetism. People caught in the core of the blast temporarily float in the air. People and objects caught in the core of the blast get electrified, which once again can hurt other people. Those are all powers we haven't discovered yet. Thunderdrop. So this is the only one of the few powers that have no good or evil correlation. This is just destruction. You jump off a building and fucking supercharge yourself as you fall so that you just impact. Reduced damage is a good one. Melee just makes our punches hit harder. This increases how fastly we drain things. And a whole bunch of other undiscovered powers. How much? I'm gonna get that. And I don't think I can afford anything else. Oh, I can get this. So, there we go. We will get all of the abilities. Oh, good. Mission's right here. So I believe this is going to introduce us to side questing. Or side missioning. Oh, good. Blast shard. Oh, there is a thing where when I click in the stick, all those blue dots are blast cores, or blast shards, or whatever you want to call them. I'll be collecting them as we go along. I'm not really in any rush.
Alright, now what?
I'm picking up some weird interference from a rooftop not far from you. Need to find out its origin and purpose.
So what am I looking for?
Not really sure. Probably a transmitter of some type. Call me when you get over there.
Thanks. That's real helpful. So any electric device we can drain of electricity. So like that air conditioning unit, we can totally drain that. Any sort of electric sign, we can drain car batteries. Any light, street lights, that kind of thing. Any of that's drainable.
Found it. Looks like a portable audio drive is attached to this satellite dish.
See if you can listen to it with your phone.
So this is another collectible thing. These are called dead drops.
Sounds like a bunch of garbage.
It's an encrypted message, but I can't.
So now you
read
might
it.
see a little white ring
Look around and see if you can
around
find
my
another
radar
one.
down there. That shows me the location of the next dead drop. Dead drops are completely optional. They just help piece together bits of the story. Because as soon as we collect the first couple here, we'll actually be able to listen to them. Basically, they're scrambled, so we need Moira's. We need to collect a group of them in order for Moira to be able to actually give us something that's usable. The radar ring gets smaller as you get closer to the, ow! As you get closer to the dead drop. So, like, now it's real small. Mainly just around my character. Because we're close enough now that we can actually... Like, it's this building that has the dead drop. I thought I could drain these neon signs. By the way, that's why it's called the Neon District. In case you can't figure that out. Yay! 2 more and we get a new battery. Basically, it's the opposite of kryptonite. Instead of making us weaker, it makes us stronger. How? Hey, not very nice. Shoot people while they're shooting other people. Ah, here we go. Collecting dead drop. I think we have to collect 3 of these in order to listen to it.
You hear that? Same thing as before.
I'm running the signals through a decryption program on this end. I've almost cracked it, but I need another sample. Look around for more of those files.
Take that, asshole. Oh, that guy's got a shield. But he's also standing in a puddle, so if I can get over there and he's still standing there, he's fucked. Except he's not. Why would he? Ow. Alright, I am in a bad spot right here. Mainly because of this asshole. Fuck you. Alright. Now it's time to take down these assholes. Shield. Oh, man. Got shot in the face.
You hear that? Same thing as before.
I'm running the signals through a decryption program on this end. I've almost cracked it, but I need another sample. Look around for more of those files.
Bring it on. Alright, so this time we're gonna go over here and take out this motherfucker first. And of course, this motherfucker's not here this time. Here we go. Oh, now he's probably gonna be there. Now that I've seen that guy. Or maybe he's not. Cool. I think he might have just been a world enemy. Basically, there's mission enemies and world enemies. Mission enemies only appear during missions, while world enemies appear at all times. Knock that guy off the roof. Hey, bitch. Later. Give me that. Who's shooting me? You way over there? Find that. Hey, that's not fair. You can hit me. Okay, there we go. And here's another satellite.
That's the last one.
Give me a second. Alright. That should do it. I'm uploading a decrypting algorithm into your phone. It should let you listen to the messages.
Nice.
I couldn't stop Kessler from
So there's
detonating
32 in the
ray
whole
sphere.
thing.
Damn thing took out 5 or 6 square blocks, killed God knows how many. Found the ray sphere in the blast crater next to some kid. Don't know if he was dead or not. Didn't have time to check. I'm gonna try and hole up somewhere. If anyone is even listening to these things, I need immediate extraction. Please. You've got to get me out of here before Kessler finds me.
Do you understand any of that?
I don't believe it. That's John. He must have used dead drops to communicate with his handlers.
Eat that, bitch.
It means there are probably more of those scattered around the city. You should try and find as many as you can. They might tell us where he took the ray sphere.
Find John in the ray sphere, and I'm out, right?
I know the deal, Cole.
Just making sure.
So yeah, the dead drops are John, and they just give us a little bit more world building for what's going on behind the scenes. So we do have 3.
I couldn't stop Kessler from
That's the one we just heard.
detonating the ray. 10-day communication delay due to being incapacitated. Met Jane outside of an abandoned warehouse. She put a black bag over my head, then led me in. Counted 2,000 steps and 1 right-hand turn. She sat me in a chair, strapped down my arms and legs, and left me there. Contact established with the First Sons. Met a woman who called herself Jane, and she asked me a variety of questions, including whether or not I've ever exhibited extrasensory abilities. Told her I have dream-based ESP and involuntary telekinetic abilities. Jane seemed to mull this over for a while. Then she gave me an address. I was instructed to meet her there at midnight. No other details.
So yes, John is undercover in the First Sons, who seem to have an interest in people with special abilities. They developed a bomb that somehow gave me superpowers. So, Blinky Dink, I don't think so. Come on, you bitch. Give me your head. I think I'm gonna grab this blast core and then call it apart here. So, there you go. We got a new node on our, electricity meter. And now, I think it's time to leave Empire City for today. Till tomorrow. Bye.